So many people know that Georgia is having a runoff election that's supposed to be January the 5th. Now, in this particular election, they're supposed to be trying to elect 2 senators. This particular race can be looked at 2 ways. If the Democrats get the 2 Senate seats, then they have control. If they get control, that's when black folks really could press the Democrat Party and tell them either it's going to be reparations now or we are completely done with you. You can go that route with it, or the Republicans can take control and nothing will go on. Mitch McConnell will continue doing what he's doing, holding up votes, because I think that shouldn't be allowed. How is it this guy can say, I'm not voting on that? What do you mean you're not voting on it? If the House votes on something and approves something, then you need to bring it up for a vote. You don't get to hold up bills. This guy just is allowed to hold up bills to not be voted on. That is like holding back the government. At least make a vote on something and then go from there. You don't just hold it off. But so if the Republicans remain in control, if they get just one of the Senate seats, all they need is one. They don't need both. They need one. They'll retain control. Okay, so we let you know what's going on. So the people are really campaigning pretty hard in Georgia to make sure that the 2 Democrats that's running, get elected. Now, you have one of them right now who's running for re-election by the name of Senator Kelly Loeffler. Now, the reason why I'm talking about her today is that a picture came out of her smiling and just being with a certified Ku Klux Klan member. He was a leader in the Ku Klux Klan, and it went viral over Facebook. Now, this particular picture came out. It was put out by the Bend the Arc Jewish Action. That's the people who put it out. And they said that Kelly Loeffler just posed for a photo with Chester Doles, a former KKK leader who runs the white supremacist American Patriots USA. Now, they said in 1993, Doles nearly beat a black man to death. And they said in 2017, he marched in Charlottesville. So as you will see on the picture, Bill Sharif, make sure you have that up. She's smiling pretty big with this guy. I guess another page out of the Donald Trump playbook. Now, they say this photo surfaced nearly 3 weeks before the incumbent Loeffler is scheduled to square off against Reverend Raphael Warnock in a runoff for her U.S. Senate seat. Okay. So Doles notably pleaded guilty to a hate crime, talking about the white supremacists, in 1993 for brutally beating a black man in Maryland because he was riding in a vehicle with a white woman. Yes, I've talked about this in the past, and I will say this again. As a black man, you definitely put a target on your back, not only with white supremacists like him, but the race soldiers as well when you are, with a white woman. Now, you can date whoever you want to date. I'm not the police on that. Just from what I've seen, just in my lifetime, that would never be an option at all, at least for me personally, due to some of that issue and problem. But we just got to be real. We're talking about the history of America here. So they said that at the time, they said Dole's agreement to testify in the beating case angered fellow Klansmen, including Robert Tweed, who calls himself the Imperial Wizard of the Territorial Clans of America. Now, they said the photo was also likely offensive to John Ossoff, is a Democrat running in Georgia's other Senate runoff. They said Ossoff was filling incumbent Senator Robert Perdue, and he's also Jewish. Okay. So it said the Loeffler campaign scrambled to distance herself from Doles, said Kelly had no idea who he was. And if she would have, she would have kicked him out immediately because we condemn in the most ferocious terms. Everything that he stands for. Stop lying. You knew who that man was. Stop lying. So some random man come on. Republican Party has been widely open to white supremacist terrorists, literally. So don't try to distance yourself now. Don't even try to do it. Now, she says something that we know is you telling on yourself. So during a debate, she even pulled out she don't have a racist bone in her body. Listen, if you ever hear one of them say, I don't have a racist bone in my body, You literally telling me your whole skeletal system is racist then. You're telling me. And just like I'm not racist. I have a black friend. And shout out to Priest Sabak from the House of Israel in that video we had, posted of him telling that Mzungu when they told him that, say, oh, so every time somebody call you out, you got some pet Negro. That was funny because that's usually what they do. I got a black friend named Jamal. When you call them out, like stop trying to find your so-called black friend and make us say, oh, okay, well you can't. Please. I date black men. What are you talking about? Yeah, and you'll sit up there and have your gutter sex with him and then get out of there and wave that Trump flag. That don't mean nothing either. Sorry, it doesn't matter. But this doesn't surprise us whatsoever. But the people of Georgia, they have their own decision to make. I don't get into telling people who to vote for. People are campaigning right now. They are. But I'm going to let people in Georgia make that decision. But understand, they're really trying to come out on that election, especially with a black man running for senator. They do not like to see black men become senators, congresspeople, whatever. So they really going to try to come out on that situation. So the people of Georgia, you'll make your decision January the 5th. There's a lot of people in that state campaigning right now. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Kelly Loeffler, taking pictures and smiling with a, hardcore, certified KKK that almost beat a black man to death. Boy, I mean, she makes great decisions, doesn't she?